Unexpected. This is a season 1 episode of Star Trek Enterprise. I kind of love this episode. It's great. We're going to talk about it using my space system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, and enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best that you can get. 2 and 2, read back. 2 is the best you can get in any category. There's going to be some 2s in this one. Not the storyline. The storyline is going to be a 1.5. Man, I like this storyline a lot. I know it's the Trip gets pregnant, but I think it's bloody hilarious. He handles it beautifully. It's so funny. And it's kind of sweet at the same time. The beginning is there's a bunch of weird things happening to the ship. They find out that there's like a tag along. These guys got a cloaking device and a holodeck. What? And they're hanging out behind and they're sucking energy. And then the Enterprise is like, well, we'll just help you repair your stuff. So there's a 3-hour decompression session that you got to go through there and back. So that's irritating. That's like being stuck in traffic. That's the equivalent of being stuck in traffic in the year 2000. What are they in, 2500 or something, or 20? Are they 2100? I don't remember the year that they're in. Damn it. Anyways, that's the equivalent of traffic today. Let me know in the comments what year this is. I forgot. They do say it in the Blu-rays. So he gets there and he helps them repair stuff. There's food growing everywhere. The aliens are kind of neat looking. He shares some not intimacy. He shares just a bond with one of the females. She takes him to the holodeck, and then they put their hands in these little crystals, and they can kind of share thoughts. It's done really nice. I actually really like. Even if the episode had ended right there, I still would have been like, man, this is awesome. I really like the exploration factor here and learning about these new cultures. Like, I feel like I'm in the position of the Enterprise. I think that's one of the magical things about something like a Star Trek. Like, you feel like, yeah, I'm on the crew, and oh, what am I discovering with them? I'm discovering this cool stuff with these guys. Makes it really special. I think it really makes it cool. So Trip comes back, come to find out he's got a pair of nipples here on his arm, and he's like, what the hell is this? It's like, congratulations. Okay, Phlox is freaking awesome. He's like, well, I don't know if congratulations are in order. I was like, what? It's like, yeah, you're pregnant. Look, the story, I'm giving it a 1.5 for story. Look, I know this is a generic story. Oh, the man gets pregnant. But it's done great here. It's done really well. It's hilarious. And he's like, don't tell the crew and everything. And it's like, this is the first case in recorded history of a man being pregnant. I just love it. It's handled so well. And they're like, well, we got to find this ship. But they're tagging along with the Klingons. Uh-oh. So let's get to the pacing, which is a 2 out of 2. And this is the reason why. This was beautifully structured. You got the first part, learning about new culture, new civilization, new aliens, whatever. Then there's he's pregnant. Oh shit, now we got to go back and find him. Then you got that section of, well, how are we going to find these people? Like, they're hiding out, they're trying to get home. We wouldn't know where to go. Then you got the last bit with the Klingons, and it's like, whoa, the tension just got amped because the Klingons aren't going to mess around. They're just going to destroy these guys. And it's like, whoa, we don't want that to happen. How are they going to handle this? So the pacing's pretty damn good, I think, on this one. I'm giving it a 2 out of 2. I like the pacing. Artistry, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2. Everything looks really good. They did the holodeck. I mean, you can tell it's a little bit wonky, but I think that's an excuse to say, well, yeah, because it looks a little wonky because it still hasn't been perfected. It's not the holodeck on the Enterprise, right? It's just some other technology. Aliens look really good to me. They look really neat. I like the scaling thing. Klingons, I can address the Klingon thing. I know that they changed the way the Klingons look. They use the Klingons in the way that Next Generation portrayed them, in the films portrayed them. So I guess was motion picture the first? I don't remember which was the first time we saw this revamped Klingon. Maybe it was motion picture. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments what the first time was. But I mean, look, that's what Klingons are. I don't know. What decision would I have made if I'm the showrunner of this thing? I probably would have just said, yeah, just go with the Klingons the way they look now. Like, maybe some of the Trekkers are like, yeah, I don't like that. You could have made them look, how they did, and you could say it's some evolution thing or whatever. I don't know. I know they kind of made up excuses for it in like DS9 and other shows, but it is what it is. Everything looks good to me. Characters, I got to give it a 2 out of 2. Man, Trip is maybe my favorite right now. I reserve the right to put Archer or T'Pol in there. But I love Trip. He's great. I think he's a great actor. He plays it well here. Reed has a lot of funny stuff with him. It's like, oh, what kind of weapons do they have? I love it. Reed is like, I think he's a bit underrated. He's pretty damn good. And he immediately goes, and the way that they've done these characters, they immediately go to what their thing is. So Trip's like, oh, we got these engines and they had all this stuff hanging around the ship. It's pretty interesting. So he talked about the ship and he's like, oh, interesting, interesting. What kind of armor do they have? What kind of weapons are they using? That's great. Phlox is hilarious in this one. Everyone is great. T'Pol has a great little thing where she saves Archer by kind of playing a bluff. That was really cool. Love all the character work here. The enjoyment factor, a 2 out of 2. I'm giving this one a 9.5 out of 10. Uh-oh, it's the shill man. Yes, I know. Sorry. What can I tell you? I really liked this one a lot. Even if they just went and explored or whatever, and then came back and everything, and they just ended the episode, I would have been like, that was awesome. I just love like discovering something new. It's just that's the magic of it, right? You need to have a bunch of great, and this is something that they've lost. I'll say this and we're gonna end the video. You need to have a good cast of characters. I'm a character guy first. This is why I can accept lesser episodes if I like the characters. This is why my season 3 of Star Trek original series, I didn't beat the hell out of it because, yeah, there's some wonky stuff. Let's face the facts. But by this point, I love Spock, Kirk, McCoy, like Scotty, Uhura. I like Sulu. I actually love them all. So just seeing them go on adventures really gets me pumped up. The stories could use work, but my space system does allow for characters and story to be separated along with an enjoyment factor, which you can still have. So it's sort of arbitrary. I'm like, look, I love this episode. I know it's goofy, but I still love it. So there you go. So I add some points to it. So my ratings might seem higher than you would normally expect. But if I love the characters, I'm in. Even for season 3 of this series, by this point, I love the characters. So anyway, 9.5 out of 10 for this one. If you like my space system, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, and check out the original series stuff too if you haven't seen any of those. And also please check out my friend Clobberin Times channel. The link is in the description below. They do a great show on Star Trek every Saturday night, so check that out. That's it, everybody. Until next time.